That sails over the end line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these babies cry.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Set, ready, and read.
Mark 5-4. Watch that, watch that, watch that.
On second down, it's Smith. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 21-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First and 10 at the 39-yard.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Ito Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From the 44, Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Niners' 49-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A run for Nick Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down.
Watch the pass.
From the gun, Jackson. Got an open man, it's QT. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
In the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson, that's going to be caught. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Looking left side, and it's complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
49ers first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Clement. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They come out here in the eye.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Under 10. Under 10.
Murray on the sneak, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Kyler Murray taking it in. as they are now on the board here in the first half. No problem there on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal.
Throwing is Jackson. That's out to Chubb, complete. 7 yards on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is QT, complete. Past the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kiki QT, 67 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
65.
They'll run it now with Smith. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first down carry for Smith. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction if he had caught it. That brings up 4th down now. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Jackson on 1st down. Well, he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they work this out past the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, they'll run to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Chubb on the counter, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Jackson from the shotgun. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. This is taken at about the 14. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. First down, Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Now he'll escape to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check 26, check 26. Joker, Joker. Get along. West. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Hustle, hustle.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Murray. Got an open man, it's Burnett. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Murray now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now left side on the swing pass, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
hurry up. 58. 58 for Mike. Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Again, it's Smith. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Watch out, watch out.
On 2nd down, Clement. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Clement. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. On the carry, here's Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Murray steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check 25, check 25.
Bang, 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 bang. Sponge, sponge, sponge. Let's go. Come on.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On third down, Jackson looking for Perriman there. He's got him. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Chubb. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. A big play that time out of Chubb. 44 yards.
First down, Seattle.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a guy who played his college ball here in the Bay Area, and that's Stanford's Bryce Love. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
At the 15-yard line.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A toss play to Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Rashad Perriman there to make the grab. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Allen, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. On 3rd and 2, Murray. And Ingram hauls it in. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10.
Throwing on first down is Murray. going to be intercepted a third time. Kevin King with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Quarterback, don't get nervous.
Following the penalty, Chubb able to power through. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Chubb saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Shotgun now from Murray. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Murray now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with the opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes
he's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's got room. The 40. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
Yeah, exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Chubb. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
We got double up, double up.
Jackson now. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And this one is right through. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Devin Bush showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devin Bush.